Dear students, we have started the next chapter, that is application of derivatives. I had given you the geometrical meaning of dy by dx, then how to find the equation of the tangent, how to find the equation of the normal, and we have worked out some problems in which we calculated the slope of the tangent, slope of the normal, as well as some points given some condition on the curve. Okay. Now, in today's session also I am going to work out some problems in which either I will be calculating a point on the curve satisfying some condition, or I will be calculating the equation of the tangent or the normal as it has been asked in the particular problem. Now, the first problem is like this: find the point on the curve. The problem is find the point, singular I am giving, find the point on the curve, y is equal to x cube minus 11x plus 5, at which the tangent is y is equal to x minus 11. See, the same type of problem I did in the previous session also. I calculated the points on the curve satisfying some condition. In one problem, I had given that the tangent at that point is parallel to the x-axis. So, when the tangent is parallel to the x-axis, what is the condition? Dy by dx equal to 0. I had given that as a note. That is, if dy by dx is 0, tangent is parallel to the x-axis. Conversely, if tangent is parallel to the x-axis, if you know that one, you can take it as dy by dx equal to 0. That is one problem I did. Then I took the value of dy by dx to be equal to 0. In the other problem, it was given that the tangent was parallel to the chord joining 2 points on the curve, isn't it? So, in that one, I calculated the slope of the chord, and you made use of the condition that when two lines are parallel, their slopes would be equal to each other. So, when the chord and the tangent are parallel, both of them should have the same slope. So, you could calculate the slope of the chord using the formula m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. See, to find the slope, there are three formulae. One is m equal to tan theta, that is a definition, as well as one formula when the angle theta is given. Suppose the line is passing through 2 points x1 by 1 and x2 by 2, then also you can calculate the slope m equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So, both those formulae we have used in the earlier session. Now, in this problem, I am again using another formula to find the slope of this one. That is, when the equation of a line is given in the general form or in the form y equal to mx plus c. Suppose it is given in the form y equal to mx plus c, this m stands for the slope. Suppose it is given in the general form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. In this case, m should be taken as minus a by b. All those things we learnt in first year PUC. So, if it is directly in the form slope intercept form, slope can be given directly. Suppose it is given in the general form of the equation of a straight line, then this formula m equal to minus a by b will give you the slope of that one. So, all these one now you have to remember depending upon the data. Now, look at this one. Here you have to find a point on the curve y equal to x cube minus 11x plus 5, at which the tangent is y equal to x minus 1. So, there is some curve here, okay, some curve. At this point, the tangent has been drawn. Now, the equation of the tangent is directly given in this problem. In the earlier two problems, the conditions were different. Tangent was parallel to chord, tangent was parallel to x-axis. Here, equation of the tangent is directly given. So, it is of the form y equal to mx plus c. It is, you can write it as 1 into x. So, what is the value of m here? M is 1, isn't it? Therefore, we know the value of slope, that is m is 1 means dy by dx equal to 1. Though it is not given directly, you have to use that. That is why the geometrical meaning of dy by dx I have taught you in the very first session. So, here y equal to 1x minus 11, m is 1 means dy by dx equal to 1. So, differentiate this, we get dy by dx, equate it to 1, you get points, values of x here. Okay, when you get the values of x, substitute in the same curve, equation of the curve, we get the values of y. Here, find a point, find the point, only one point has been asked here. Here actually we will be getting 2 points, but both of them will not satisfy the condition. I will come to that. Now, let me consider the equation of the curve. Okay. Now, the equation of the curve, consider y equal to, and take this as z1 because we needed to find the values of y afterwards. Now, differentiate with respect to x, that is 3x square minus 11, one thing. Next you write the equation of the tangent is y is equal to x minus 11. That is y can be written as 1 into x minus 11. That is the slope of the tangent, because we can compare it with the standard equation. Slope of the tangent, because the equation of the tangent itself is given, slope of the tangent is 1. That is, you know that slope means it is dy by dx equal to 1. But what is dy by dx? Just now we have calculated, that is 3x square minus 11 is equal to 1. That is 3x square equal to, this goes to the other side, 11 plus 1, 12. Now, dividing both sides by 3, we get x square equal to 4, x would be equal to plus or minus 2. So, here what happened? We got two values of x here. So, that means that though in the problem they have asked to find the point. So, let us see whether we should consider both the points or not here. So, x is equal to plus 2 or x is equal to minus 2. Now, let me consider both the values here. That is, first one is x is equal to 2, second one is x is equal to minus 2. Remember, a tangent has been drawn. That means that out of these two, any one point will lie on that one. See, if the point lies on any curve, that is another information about the, when we learnt about the locus. Whenever a point lies on any curve, the coordinates of the point should satisfy the equation of the curve. It may be line or circle or whatever may be the curve here. Now, when x equal to 2 means, put x equal to 2 in the first equation. So, here what happens? Y can be written as 2 cube minus 11 into 2 plus 5. That is 8 minus 22 plus 5, or y would be 8 plus 5, 13 minus 22, or y would be equal to minus 9. So, when x is 2, y is 9. So, one point is I have got 2 comma minus 9. Now, take the second point. Here also you substitute the value minus 2 the whole cube minus 11 into minus 2 plus 5. That is minus 8 plus 22 plus 5. That is minus 8. 22 plus 5 is 27. So, 27 minus 8 is 19. Therefore, the other point is minus 2 comma plus 19. See, here I got 2 points here. See, when we took the slope of the tangent to be equal to 1 here and equated to dy by dx, I got two values of x. So, I got two values of corresponding values of y. But here both of them will not satisfy the equation of the tangent. So, see, if simply parallel to on the line, if it is given like that, both the points can be taken into consideration, because there can exist two tangents here parallel to a particular given line in a particular curve. Whereas here equation of the tangent is directly given to you. So, whichever point will satisfy the equation of the tangent, we have to take that into consideration. Now, one calculation is extra in this one. Equation of the tangent. What is the equation of the tangent? Y is equal to x minus 11. Now, when you put x equal to 2 and y equal to minus 9, we should get the same, left hand side should be equal to right hand side. Now, right here, that is, first I will take the first point, minus 9 equal to 2 minus 11. that is minus 9 equal to minus 9. That means that the left hand side equal to right hand side. In other words, 2 comma minus 9 is lying on the tangent. So, the answer would be 2 comma minus 9. Let me substitute the other point and see whether it will be satisfied or not. Substitute y equal to 19 and minus 2 minus 11. What is the value? We got it here minus 13. So, 19 cannot be equal to minus 13. So, in the earlier problems though, when 2 points were given, we considered both of them. Now, here only one point is lying on the tangent. That means at this particular point, the tangent has been drawn to the curve. Therefore, you have to verify both of them. Then you have to write the answer. Therefore, the point is 2 comma minus 9. So, this is how you have to write the answer. See, only in this particular problem, it is so usually both the values of x will be taken into consideration when different condition is given in the particular problem. Now, let me move on to the next problem. In the next problem also, I am calculating the points on the curve given some particular condition. Now, let me look at the next problem. Find the points on the curve. Same condition, same type of problem. Find the points on the curve y is equal to x cube, at which the condition is like this, at which the slope of the tangent is equal to the y coordinate of the point. Find the points on the curve y equal to x cube, at which the slope of the tangent is equal to the y coordinate of the point, See, here also we are calculating points on the curve only. See, either you can take the general point to be x1 comma y1 or xy, you can keep it as it is. Now, y equal to x cube is some curve that is given. You are calculating the points on the curve. In the, see, each problem the condition is little bit different from the other one, isn't it? Parallel to the x-axis, parallel to a given line, or equation to a tangent is given. So, depending upon the condition, you have to apply different methods to solve the problem. In this one, it is given y equal to x cube. First, let me consider the derivative first place. Y equal to x cube, take it as 1, differentiate, dy by dx is equal to 3x square. This is one thing. Now, let us come to the next part of the problem. You have to calculate the point on the curve at which, what's the condition? The slope of the tangent is equal to the y coordinate. When you take the general point x comma y, suppose the tangent is drawn at the point x comma y, or you can take x1 comma y1 also. But finally, you have to go back to the value. So, you can take either x1 by 1 or keep it as xy only, it does not make any difference. So, the tangent has been drawn at the point x comma y. What is the y coordinate here? Y coordinate is y only. Or if you have taken x1 y1, here also you have to take x1 y1. I mean, after differentiation, you have to take x1 y1, or else you can keep it as it is also, no problem. Now, y equal to x cube. Now, given that, right, everything should be written because it is a statement problem. Given that the slope of the tangent is equal to the y coordinate, we have slope means it is nothing but dy by dx, that is equal to y. So, that is very important, the geometrical meaning of dy by dx, that is dy by dx, slope is equal to y means dy by dx equal to y. But what is y here? Y is equal to x cube. So, write here, that is for dy by dx I am writing y is equal to 3x square. And now write for y, you can write x cube equal to 3x square, right, from the first relation. From the first relation. Now don't cancel x square here. Okay, that is our tendency. Wherever we have common factor, we cancel. See, that cancellation can be done when you are simplifying. When you are getting the root of any equation, if you cancel, one root would be lost. Therefore, don't do that one. Take both the terms to same side. 3x square equal to 0. Now take out the common factor. In other words, I am factorizing. If you cancel now, you will be losing one root here. So according to this one, either x square equal to 0 or x minus 3 equal to 0. Isn't it? X square equal to 0 implies x is equal to 0 or x is equal to 3. So I got here two values for x here. That is, one value is x equal to 0, another value is x is equal to 3. Now let me go to the original equation of the curve here. Substitute both the values here, we will be getting, these are the x coordinates of the points. To get the y coordinates, we have to go back to the given function. Now first one, put x is equal to 0, y becomes 0 cube, that is 0. So one point is 0, 0. What is this point 0, 0? Nothing but the origin. And the second point, x is equal to 3, what would be y? Y is equal to 3 cube, that is 27. What does it imply? 3 comma 27 is the other point. So here we got 2 points. Therefore, finally write the answer. The points are 0, 0 and 3 comma 27. So at both these points, when you draw the tangent, the slope would be equal to the respective y coordinate. Okay. So this is how you have to solve the problems. Now, next problem also same thing, but say either the curve would be different or the condition would be different. Now in the next curve, I hope you remember this one. You have studied about the curve which I am going to give you now. We have studied in first year PUC, that is in conic section. In conic section you have studied about parabola, hyperbola and ellipse. Now I am giving you the equation of an ellipse. Now find the points on the curve, find the points on the curve, find the points on the curve, find the points on the curve. It is x square by 9 plus y square by 16 is equal to 1. X square by 9 plus y square by 16 equal to 1, at which the condition is given, at which the tangents are first one parallel to the x-axis, second one parallel to the y-axis, So here find the points means there will be more than one point. Two conditions are given, not one. Parallel to the x-axis. In one problem we have done that one. We can take dy by dx to be equal to 0. And in the note I had given dy by dx equal to 0 means the tangent would be parallel to the x-axis. If dy by dx is infinity, if you get, then the tangent would be parallel to the y-axis, or you can say perpendicular to the x-axis, because if a line is perpendicular to the x-axis, angle would be 90, slope means tan 90. Tan 90 is not different, we will be getting 0 in the denominator. Still no, we denote it as infinity. So infinity can be written as any number divided by 0. So you can take 0 in the denominator position. And you are familiar with this one, it is an ellipse. It is a equation of an ellipse, but look here, this number is smaller than this number. So it would be like this. When you draw the graph of this one, see, graph is not necessary, just to show you that one, it would be like this. Okay, this is the, here this it is 3 square means 3 is less than 4. So this would be smaller, this would be greater. So it is vertical, I can say. Otherwise usually we write it as horizontal when A is more than B. So this would be vertical. Now when you draw the figure, you will know which points you will be getting. See, at which the tangents are parallel to the x-axis. Parallel to the x-axis means here one tangent can be drawn here, another can be drawn there, isn't it? Parallel to the y-axis means here 1, here 1. You need not draw the figure here, just to make the point clear I am writing. So, the tangents parallel to the y-axis means these are the one. Tangents parallel to the x-axis means these are the one. So, how many points we will be getting? 4 points we will be getting, this and that and this and that, okay. And look at these points, no? These two are lying on the y-axis. That means their respective x coordinates would be 0. So, 0 comma something, 0 comma something. And these two are lying on the x axis. So, their y coordinates would be 0. So, here x1 comma 0, x2 comma 0, 0 comma y1, 0 comma y2. So, that is how we will be getting the points here. Now, the procedure is same. First, as usual, we differentiate the given function, but do not apply any quotient rule here, because it is when do you apply a quotient rule? Only when both the numerator and denominator are containing the variable x or functions of x, whereas here both of them are constants here. So, differentiate with respect to x, differentiate with respect to x here. Now, it would be equal to x square becomes 2x divided by 9 and y square becomes 2y divided by 16 into, we are differentiating with respect to x here. Therefore, it is dy by dx and 1 being a constant becomes 0. Now, let me change the sides of this one. 2y by 16 into dy by dx would be equal to minus 2x by 9. Now, this 2 can be cancelled. Now, interchanging the terms taking to the other side, dy by dx would be 16 goes to the numerator minus 16x and y comes to the denominator, it is 9y. So, dy by dx equal to minus 16x divided by 9y. Now, you can take this as result 1, because to get the points, coordinates, x is given y or y is given to get x, no? We have to use that relation. So, this is the slope dy by dx equal to minus 16x by 9y. Now, we will consider one by one the condition. What was the first condition given? See, the tangents are parallel to the x-axis, parallel to the x-axis. What's the condition? That is, dy by dx is equal to 0. dy by dx is equal to 0. But what is dy by dx? Just now we have calculated, that is minus 16x divided by 9y is equal to 0. So, on cross multiplication, 9y into 0 becomes 0, that is minus 16x equal to 0. 16 cannot be 0, therefore, x is equal to 0. Just now I told you, no, when the points either lying on x or y axis, no, their other coordinate would be 0. I got x equal to 0. That means the x coordinate is 0 means you have to get the y coordinates. For that, now go back to the given function, right? Put x is equal to 0 in the first result, So, when you put x equal to 0 here, this term vanishes, that is 0 plus y square by 16 equal to 1. So, y square by 16 equal to 1, on cross multiplication, y square equal to 16 means y would be plus or minus 4. But what is the value of x? So, one value of x, I am getting two values of y. Therefore, you write the points are 0 comma 4 and 0 comma minus 4. See, I draw the figure here. I showed you when the tangents are parallel to the x-axis, the point of contact would be on the y-axis. So, the respective y-x coordinates would be 0. So, they are at equal distance, 0 comma 4, it is the upper part, and 0 comma minus 4 below the x-axis. So, these are the points. That is what I showed you when I draw the diagram. See, this was the ellipse. Now, so these points, see, this is 0 comma 4 and this is 0 comma minus 4. That is what we got here. Now, let me move on to the next condition. What is the next condition? The second condition is given as parallel to the y axis. Parallel to the y axis, that means that how do you write that one? Dy by dx, no? I told you, you can write it as infinity. Infinity means any number divided by 0. When we get 0 in the denominator, we denote it as infinity, which is not a number here, just to show that we are getting 0 in the denominator. So write that one. What is dy by dx? Minus 16x by 9y is 1 by 0. On cross multiplication, 9y would be equal, see 0 into anything, so 9y into equal to 0 implies that y is equal to 0. So in this case, I am getting y equal to 0. Now put y equal to 0 in the first relation. Put y equal to 0 in 1. So what you have in that case now, when you put y equal to 0 here, x square will be remaining there. X square by 9 plus 0 equal to 1, or on cross multiplication x square equal to 9, or x would be plus or minus 3. See, y coordinate is 0, fixed already. Therefore, the points are 3, 0 and minus 3, 0. So tangents are parallel to the y-axis means one would be here, another would be here. So this is having the coordinates 3, 0, this is minus 3, 0. So you are getting the points on the points on the curve at which some condition is satisfied. Therefore, how do you write? First case, the tangents at which the points at which the tangents are parallel to the x-axis means the points are 0, 4 and 0, minus 4. So the points at which the tangents are parallel to the y-axis would be equal to 3, 0 and minus 3, 0. So in this one, of course the calculation is more. If both x and y axis are asked now, it can be given for a higher mark question. Otherwise you can expect any one of them is given, then it can be expected for a 2 mark question, that's all. Usually to get the points here, it is usually asked for a 2 mark question. Now here of course I have considered both of them, both the conditions parallel to the x-axis, parallel to the y-axis. Now the next problem is, here I am not getting the point, I want the equation of the tangent. Of course here also point is not given. You know that to get the equation of any straight line, there have to be 2 parts of the data. That is what you have learnt in first year PUC. There are 5 forms of equation of the straight line you have studied. First one is slope intercept form, y equal to mx plus c. So m should be given, c should be given. Second is slope point form, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. The point x1 y1 and the slope should be given. Third one, 2 point form, y minus y1 over x minus x1 equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. There 2 points are given. The fourth one, the intercept form, x by a plus y by b equal to 1, a and b, the intercept should be given. Last one, the normal form, isn't it? That is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p, that alpha angle and the p, the value should be given. So whatever may be that one, 2 quantities must be there, but maximum number of problems to get the equation of any straight line, we make use of the slope point form, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. So in the next problem, I am getting the equation of the tangent. So find the equation of the tangent. Find the equation of the tangent to the curve y is equal to x square minus 2x plus 7. Y equal to x square minus 2x plus 7. The condition is given, which is parallel to the line, which is parallel to the line 2x minus y plus 9 equal to 0. Now this some curve is given to you, y equal to x square minus 2x plus 7. Let us take some curve is given like this. Now we have to find the equation of the tangent. So equation of the tangent means equation of some straight line. For that now, just now I told you that you have to have two quantities, no, two parts of the data should be there. See here, one condition is given, the line is parallel to, the tangent is parallel to this line. So we are using the condition for parallelism. When two lines are parallel, their slopes would be equal. So you can get the slope from this one, you will be getting some number for m here. So because the tangent is parallel to this one, slope of this line and the slope of the tangent, they are equal. They have to be equal. So get the slope of this one, that becomes the slope of the tangent, correct? Now, apart from slope, now we need one more thing. What is that one? The point. So at which point it has been drawn? At which point the tangent has been drawn? See, in the earlier problems, no, I was calculating only the point on the curve at which the tangent was drawn, given some particular condition. Here, I want to get the equation of this tangent also. Now, this is parallel to some line. So, equation to this is given, equation to this has to be calculated. Okay. So, you can, these two will have the same slope. So, this is the slope and this will also be the slope. So, slope is known now. It is given in the problem, though we have to calculate that one. So, this point, what are the coordinates of that point, that has to be calculated. So, if you know the point, then you can use the same slope. You use a formula y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. For that, no, we use the same thing. That is to equate the slope of the tangent to this particular thing. First, let me start like this. Now write, what is the given line here? The given line is 2x minus y plus 9 equal to 0. First you write slope of the given line, slope of the given line, slope of the given line 2x minus y plus 9 equal to 0. See, in today's session itself, I told you when the equation is given in the general form, ax plus by plus c equal to 0, the slope can be obtained by the formula m equal to minus a by b. What are a and b? A is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y. We take the ratio with the negative sign. If any one of them is negative, this becomes positive. Now, this is the general form of the equation of a line. Slope can be directly obtained by this one. So, if you use that result, you observe it is in the standard, general form only. Therefore, you can write it is slope of the given line is m is equal to minus a by b, that is 2 divided by minus 1. The coefficient is minus 1, that is m is equal to 2. So, slope of the given line, is equal to 2. But we what is the other condition? So, first we have calculated the slope of line, right? Given that the tangent is parallel to this line, given that the tangent is parallel to this line, slope of the tangent is also equal to 2. That is, slope of the tangent, as you know, the geometrical meaning, dy by dx is equal to 2. So, this we wanted, dy by dx equal to 2. Now, go to the given function, y is equal to, what's the given function? Y equal to x square minus 2x plus 7, take it as 1. Now, differentiate, dy by dx is 2x minus 2. See, we have already seen that dy by dx has got the value 2 because this is the slope of the tangent being parallel to the given line, it will also have the same slope or the same value, that is 2 would be equal to 2x minus 2. Taking 2 to the other side, 2 plus 2, that is 4, x would be equal to 2. So, we got the value of x. X means it is the x coordinate of the point at which this tangent has been drawn on the curve. Now, to get the value of y here, put x is equal to 2 in the first relation. First relation means it is the equation of the curve. That is, y would be equal to x square means 2 square, 2x means 2 into 2 plus 7. 2 square is 4 and 4 they get cancelled. Y is equal to 7. That is, you write the tangent is drawn at what point? At the point, tangent is drawn at the point 2, 7. The value of x is 2, the value of y we have calculated to be equal to 7. So it is 2, 7. So we know the point here. To get the point at which the tangent has been drawn, we did all this calculation. In the earlier problems, we stopped at that stage because we wanted only the point on the curve. Here, one more thing. What is that one? You have to find the equation of the tangent also. Here, slope is already known because the tangent is parallel to the particular line whose slope is also 2. So, slope of the tangent is also equal to 2. So, slope is already known and point has been calculated by us. So, we can use the equation slope point form of the equation and get the result. You write that is m is equal to 2 and x1 y1 is equal to 2, 7. Therefore, equation of the tangent is, if you want you can write the general form, though not exactly necessary. That is y minus 7 equal to 2 into x minus 2. Now simplify, don't keep it like this, 2x minus 4. Now take all the quantities to one side, this becomes minus, that implies that 2x minus 5, when this goes to the other side, minus 7 becomes plus 7 and this would be 3. Now this is the equation of the tangent I have written. So equation of the tangent is 2x minus y plus 3 equal to 0. You may remember the equation of the line I had given you, 2x minus y plus 9 equal to 0. When two lines are parallel, their slopes are equal. So in the equation, no, they differ only by a constant. So that's what we got here, 2x minus y plus 9, 2x minus y plus 3. So this tangent is parallel to the given line. So when the lines are parallel, automatically you can consider the slopes to be equal, and with the help of that condition we can proceed to get the point, and after point is obtained, naturally you can get the equation of the tangent. So in the earlier 2-3 problems I worked out in this session and the previous session, I just calculated the points. So here after calculating the point, I needed one more thing, that is equation of the tangent. Therefore, I proceeded, I just wrote one more step here to get the equation of the tangent. Now, in the next problem also, I will be calculating the equations of the normals. See, in the next problem, we are calculating the equations of the normals. Just now I told you. Again, some condition is given. See, in all the earlier problems, we were discussing about the tangent. Either some condition is given regarding the tangent, we calculated the point, and in the previous problem now I calculated the equation of the tangent which was parallel to a certain given line. Now here I am calculating the equations of the normals. So the problem is like this, find the equations of the normals. Find the equations of the normals to the curve y is equal to x cube plus 2x plus 6 which are parallel to the line x plus 14y plus 4 equal to 0. Here also the condition is same thing, that is parallel. The lines are parallel to a given line. But in this one the difference is we are getting the equations of the normals. Now as soon as you do the differentiation, you always get the slope of the tangent. But I told you normal being perpendicular to the tangent, the slope of the normal would be the reciprocal and the change of sign would be there. So, first here again the point should be calculated. See, it is some curve here, y equal to x cube plus 2x plus 6, some curve we are having. So, at 2 points, no, the tangents have been drawn to the curve here, and those normals, not tangent, normals have been drawn. Normals, so it is given that the normals are parallel to a particular line. You know that when a line is given, any number of parallel lines can be drawn above that and below that one. So, here two normals means more than one, they have asked in plural. So, the normals are parallel to the given line. So, you are asked to find the equations of the normals. First, let me consider the equation of the curve here. First, let me take y is equal to x cube plus 2x plus 6. Take it always as 1, because to know the points, no, we need this particular equation. Now, differentiate with respect to x. dy by dx is 3x square plus 2. 3x square plus 2. Look here, when you differentiate, I have told you repeatedly, that is a geometrical meaning of dy by dx, that always gives you the slope of the tangent. So, you write that one, dy by dx equal to 3x square plus 2. The point is not given, as it is simplicity in general. That is, you write the slope of the tangent. Slope of the tangent is 3x square plus 2. 3x square plus 2. Now, when the slope of the tangent is given to you, you can calculate the slope of the normal. I told you just now it is a reciprocal. Therefore, you write the slope of the normal. Slope of the normal is, take the reciprocal, change the sign, 1 by 3x square plus 2. So, 3x square plus 2 was the slope of the tangent, minus 1 over that number is the slope of the normal. Now, come to the next part of the problem. The normals are parallel to the given line. Parallel means the slope should be equal. Write this one. Slope of the given line. Slope of the given line. You observe, this is also in the general form. That is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So, how do you get m? M is equal to minus a by b. Slope of the given line, m equal to, a means the coefficient of x, that is 1, b means coefficient of y, that is 14. So, minus 1 by 14. So, slope of the given line is m equal to minus 1 by 14. Given that the normal is parallel to the line, the slope of the normal should be equal to slope of the line. What's the slope of the normal? Minus 1 by 3x square plus 2 equal to minus 1 by 14. So, this is one we have obtained from the equation. This is we have obtained from the condition or the equation of the line that has been given. So, you can equate and get the values. 3x square, that is 3x square plus 2 equal to 14, or 3x square equal to 14 minus 2, 12, or x square equal to 3 4s are 12. Therefore, x is equal to plus or minus 2. So, when the value of x is calculated means we got the x coordinate of the point. Only point I am calculating, then I have to go back to getting the equation of the normal also. Now, x equal to 2 or x is equal to minus 2. Now, to get the values of y, to get the points here, substitute in 1. So, put x is equal to 2 and x is equal to minus 2 in the first result. So, first one, x equal to 2, y would be equal to, right, 2 cube, that is 8, 2 cube is 8, and then plus 2 into 2, that is 4, then plus 6, isn't it? So 6 plus 4, 10 plus 8, 18. So when x is 2, y is 18. So the point is 2 comma 18. 1 point we got here. When x is minus 2, y would be minus 2 the whole cube is minus 8 and 2 into minus 2 minus 4 plus 6. Therefore, minus 12 plus 6 is y is equal to minus 6. The point is minus 2 comma minus 6. So these are the 2 points we got here. One was 2 comma 60 and the other one 2 comma 18, the other one was minus 2 comma minus 6. Now at these 2 points, the normals have been drawn. Okay. So what we have to do is here, our next problem is to get the equation of the normals. Here slope need not be calculated because it is already given to us. Because both the normals are parallel to this line means the normals will have the same slope because of the condition of the parallelism. That is, when the two lines are parallel, the slopes, the respective slopes would be equal. So slope you can take this one, but the points are different here. So then you can get the equation of the normal. So one by one we do the calculation. First point at first you write like this, equations of the normals, because we are getting two equations here, equations of the normals. At the first point 2 comma 18, the slope is same, minus 1 by 14. Equation is just now what I used in the previous problem, y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. Y minus y1 equal to m is minus 1 by 14 into x minus x1. Now cross multiply 14 into y, 14y, 18 into 14, 18 4s are 72, 7 carried, 18 plus 1, 18 into 1, 18 plus 7, it is 25. This is minus x plus 2. Take them to the left hand side, that implies that x plus 14y 252, this also becomes negative, minus 254 equal to 0. You observe equation of the given line was x plus 14 by some constant. The lines are parallel means the first two terms, almost all of them they remain the same and only they differ by a constant. Now let us move on to the next equation of the next normal. So in the second point, at what point? At minus 2, minus 6, the slope is same number, minus 1 by 14. Apply the same formula, y minus y1, y minus of minus 6, that is equal to minus 1 by 14 into x minus of minus, that is x plus 2. Here also cross multiply 14 into y, 14y, 14 6 are 84, that is equal to minus x minus 2. Take them to the same side, minus x will become plus x plus 14y. This also becomes positive, 84 plus 2, 86 equal to 0. See, these are the two equations of the normals, x plus 14y minus 254, x plus 14y plus 86 equal to 0. So these are the equations of the two normals which satisfy the condition, that is both of them are parallel to some given line. So here only the points are given, at that stage we stop. If in the previous problem I calculated the equation of the tangent, here I calculated the equations of the normal. There were two normals here, both of them we have calculated. So in the next session also, of course this problem can be expected for 3 mark question because the calculation is more. Now in the next session also, I am going to work out some problems in which I will be calculating the equations of tangent and normal, both of them given some condition, or sometimes directly the problem may also be, the point on the curve may also be given. We will meet in the next session. Thank you.